Why did Dangote do that? First, let's get the gist. Let's get to know the actors. For those of us who are unaware of this is a critical showdown between a private industrial giant and a public regulator in Africa's largest economy. First, who is Aliko Dangote? Well, Aliko Dangote is Africa's richest man and one of the most powerful industrialists on the continent. He built his fortune in cement, sugar, salt, and manufacturing. All these industries tied directly to national development. But his most ambitious project is the Dangote refinery in Lagos, the largest single train oil refinery in the world. The promise of that refinery is simple but revolutionary. Nigeria, an oil-producing country, should stop importing fuel and refine its own. If it works fully, it could reduce fuel scarcity, save billions in foreign exchange, and also reshape West Africa's energy market. So when Dangote speaks about fuel policy, he is speaking as someone who has bet tens of billions of dollars on Nigeria's system working. Now, who is Engineer Farouk Ahmed? Engineer Farouk Ahmed is a career engineer and public servant. He is the chief executive of the Nigerian Mainstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. So, in simple terms, he's one of the most powerful regulators in Nigeria's oil and gas sector. His agency decides who gets fuel import licenses, how fuel is distributed, how downstream petroleum is regulated. So, while Dangote controls production capacity, Farouk Ahmed controls regulatory gates. And so that is the fault line. Now, let's talk about what is really happening. Dangote's core complaint is this. Nigeria claims it wants local refining, but regulators continue to issue large fuel import licenses. From Dangote's perspective, that creates a contradiction. You cannot encourage local production while structurally rewarding imports. To him, that is no neutral regulation, it is policy sabotage. So this disagreement existed quietly at first, through meetings, through policy arguments, through back and forth. But at some point, Dangote decided quiet engagement was no longer working. And then it took to social media. And that is when the fight changed. So instead of arguing policy alone, Dangote challenged credibility. He released allegations about the foreign education costs of the regulator's children, complete with names, schools, and dollar figures. Now, this wasn't just random. Dangote wasn't just talking about school fees here. He was asking a deeper question. Can a public regulator who oversees a struggling economy live a lifestyle that raises serious transparency questions and still regulate without scrutiny? That was the question. And that is the real message. Well, to be clear, these are allegations. No court judgment, no conviction has been made, no investigation has concluded. But Dangote understands something very well. In Nigeria and frankly in many developing countries, public pressure often moves faster than institutions. This is not just the good guy, bad guy story. This is power versus power story. And here's where Nigerians should care because this conflict exposes a deeper problem. At the end of the day, this affects Nigerians because when powerful players fight, the system slows down, fuel policy becomes unstable, prices become uncertain, and of course, ordinary Nigerians end up carrying the burden while our institutions argue and delay decisions. It's a truth at a time. Take care and have a nice day.